Merry Christmas. I know it's Christmas Day, but I did decide to do these live streams every Thursday at 10 a.m. And Thursday just happens to be Christmas Day. And the funny thing is, Thursday just happens to be New Year's Day as well. So you will see me here today on Christmas Day and on New Year's Day, January 1st. Hopefully, that's the plan. And which goes back to what this video is all about. This live stream is all about one video, one purpose. And oh, wow, my LinkedIn post has reached 18 people. Okay. That's the cool thing about doing these live streams. It's live. Okay. Can't edit this out. Oh, actually, I could, but let's get back to the one video, one purpose whole idea. And let me tell you a little story. I started doing martial arts when I was 5 years old. My dad stuck me into some classes, and then on and off throughout my elementary school, middle school, high school years, I did a little bit of martial arts. I did watch Kung Fu theater every weekend and would play fight with my friends every weekend. Like we just had fun staging fights and pretending like we were Kung Fu masters. And then I got really, really serious about martial arts at about college level. And I got so serious that I actually went to Japan for many years to train in the martial arts. And one of the theories and one of the concepts that always came up was one strike, one kill. So the whole idea was to finish a fight as fast as possible without any kind of injury to yourself. So it's like one strike, one kill. And like I've taken this concept and kind of put it into this one video, one purpose kind of idea. So I'm translating this, right? I'm taking this because really, when you create a video on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, you really have to understand the purpose of that video. What are you trying to achieve with that video? I mean, of course, maybe you're just trying to create content like I was for many years, just putting up videos to try to create content. That was my purpose. My purpose for those videos. And in a second, I'll show you, we'll go through my channel and I will show you exactly how I went through this phase of what was the purpose of my videos. And back then it was like I was just trying to consistently post to YouTube. Right? This is my personal project, my personal hobby. Now, that's not for this channel. This channel, every video has a purpose. The purpose of this live stream today for me is to start live streaming and get really, really comfortable live streaming. Hopefully, I will develop an audience like you guys that are watching, and we will be able to chat because I really want to interact with people live. I think that's a lot of fun. As a matter of fact, let me check that out for a second. Let me come over. I'm going to come over this camera and let's see. I'm going to go to the chat and oh, there's no one on the chat. So that's okay. That's fine because this is going to take some time to build up. But that's the purpose behind these live streams, right? When I post a video, I have a purpose. And let's dive into a few of the purposes that, like for business, right? Like this live stream and my channel is dedicated to helping businesses grow using YouTube. Right? I want you to grow your business, and YouTube is one of the best ways to do it, creating video content, creating value in people's lives. But then you have to think, okay, what kind of value is that video providing for your audience? Let's look at the three main ones that help your business. So one is awareness. Is your video building awareness for your business? The second is trust and authority. And you can break out trust and authority into two separate categories. Is your video building trust? Is it building authority? And then the third purpose, like you can categorize for a business, is my video converting the viewer into a customer? Now remember, your viewers are not your customers. Your customers are not your viewers. It's two different groups, and the videos that you create for your customers are very, very different, should be very, 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 very different than the videos you produce and create for your viewers. And in the sense of marketing for your business, you want to focus on your viewers because your customers are already your customers. You don't need them to become customers. Now you can upsell them. You can provide a different service to them. They say, it's easier to sell to an existing customer than it is to find a new customer. Like I think it's like I can't remember the percentage. I've read so many business books. you know, let's veer off to a little story. When I lived in Japan, I would commute 3 hours a day to train in the martial arts, and the school that I would go to was an hour and a half away from where I lived, and that 3 hours I would use reading books, and they were all business books. They were sales, they were marketing. I would just devour like a book a week, and it was a lot of fun. I loved it, and so now I don't even remember why I veered off into this story. But going back to that purpose, you want to focus. I would say the first thing you do when you go in to develop a content idea, you're going to okay, you got to brainstorm. What kind of a video are you going to make? First, decide what's the purpose of that video. Do you want to, for example, build the brand awareness, or do you want to build, let's say, or you want to teach somebody how to do something? So those are two different videos. So don't try to make one video do both of those things. Okay. You don't want to build brand awareness and educate at the same time. You want to build brand awareness in a video, focus solely the purpose of that video for brand awareness, and then like a how-to video, educate someone. Like I would say how to do a front roll. Do I want to convert a viewer into an Aikido student by teaching them how to do a front roll? Or build my martial arts brand by how to do a front roll? No, you don't want to do that. Okay. You want to keep them separate. So yeah, let's dive into that process, like from top to bottom of creating a video. Sit down, number one, and decide what's the purpose of this video? What am I trying to do? Am I trying to get a subscriber to my channel? Am I trying to get someone to go to my website? Am I trying to get someone to like the video? Am I trying to get someone to give me a call? So decide, like, what is the purpose of this video? And then once you've decided the purpose, then go into like the three different categories that you want to build: awareness, trust, and conversion. And then decide, is this an awareness video? Is this a trust video? Is this a conversion video? And that's going to help you decide what the video will be about. So let's look at the very top one. Is you want to build awareness. So a how-to video is great. Like I would say for the martial arts, how to do a front roll. That's the first thing that comes into my mind, right? How to do a front roll. So front rolls are it's a very, very broad category, because like I could someone that does parkour, someone that does rock climbing, someone that does gymnastics, somebody, the audience is very, very, very broad, which makes it an awareness video. I'm trying to get awareness, and anyone that wants to learn how to do a front roll would click on that video. And then I will teach them to do the front roll, and then build awareness, try to get as many views as possible, which will then, you got your sales funnel, you got your that's like the top of the sales funnel where you're trying to build awareness. And then you're getting them closer down. If they really like your video, they might watch another video. And then you can even, at the very end, put some end screens of a related video that would get them a little bit further down that funnel. So, okay, so we got the purpose, then we've got the category: awareness, trust, conversion. And then now you want to dive deeper. Now this is when you really work on the title, the thumbnail, the description. Before you even make the video, you want to know what the title is, and you want to do keyword research on that. So you're actually looking for the keywords that are going to bring you the greatest number of people. So I know this is a martial arts front roll, but someone that's doing gymnastics might look that up and see it. Now, the gymnastics front roll is very different than the martial arts front roll, but anybody, like maybe someone doing judo, someone doing karate wants to learn how to do a front roll, someone doing rock climbing. I remember I did teach a clinic at the rock climbing gym on how to do a front roll, because people fall from the wall. Like when they're doing bouldering they can fall, and the roll will help them hit the ground and fall better. And even the back, really, I was teaching them the back fall, but I taught them the front roll as well. So then you've got that huge awareness, and you're trying to find the best title that will get the click, right? But then remember, the title is not the first thing people see, it's the thumbnail. So the thumbnail is like the most important thing. So you want to work on that way before you work on the video. And which is the best thumbnail? And you do the research and you find out, okay, this thumbnail works with all these videos. Let's try something like that. You do the thumbnail, then you do the title, then you work on the description. Now you get into creating the video. You storyboard it, you work on the script, you find locations, and then you put the video together. Then you go back, okay, what's the purpose of this video while you're making the script? And you make sure that it's aligned. You want that to be completely aligned. Now, let's take a second, and I want to go back in time, and I want to look at my videos and then kind of tell you a little bit about the purpose behind my videos when I first started them a while back. So let's go to camera number 2. We are going to go to this camera right here, and oh, Tomoko says hello. Let's say, hey, Tomoko, how you doing? Hey. Oh, now you know what? I'm gonna do this right. So I'm gonna. Okay, so can't post message to some channels. Got you, bro. I am also, hey, Tomoko. Okay, so I just answered back to Tomoko, typed it in. That's the cool thing. And that's why I want to do these live streams, to really connect with people and talk to people and have a community of people that want to grow their YouTube channel and build their business. Okay, so let's go to, I want to share my screen so we can kind of like just look through. Okay, so here you can see my screen, my screen, but let me optimize this because I see that you are looking, whoops. My fingers click faster than the response, so I click twice. Okay, so here you can kind of see my screens, and let's go to my oldest video. Okay, so the purpose of this video right here was a promo, it was an Aikido promo that I put together to put on my website. So that was the purpose behind that view. It actually got 2,200 views. That's not bad. And then I kind of continued. So this, how do you find a good martial arts instructor? The purpose of that video was like an education video. It was like to educate people. How do you find a good martial arts instructor? Because that's a big concern from people. And then now the purpose of these videos were more, now these became more personal. And I was trying to kind of work on educational pieces that tapped into, so I wasn't thinking about the viewer. So in this channel, there's a lot of times that I wasn't really thinking about the viewer at all. I was thinking about just becoming consistent. The purpose of these videos were for me to be consistent, to start producing and to creating content on a consistent basis that actually had a story. And yeah, so the road to success is paved with failure. This is talking about failure. This is talking about breathing. This is talking about your body using, being physical. And then, of course, my first travel vlog. And I did start trying to get into doing travel vlogs. And remember, this is not a business. This channel is not for business purposes. And I experimented a lot. I was doing a lot of experimenting. And then I went into the Daily Minute. And I was just trying, okay, and doing 1 minute. This is when I started doing daily videos. And I was like, okay, let's do a 1 minute video. And I kept on going. And then just doing videos about Aikido. I did a travel vlog here. Again, there's the purpose for each one of these videos was not to grow my business, not to get customers, but this one was a family video. The purpose of this was for me to create something to remember getting scuba certified with my daughter. And that was huge for me, and it was very important. And then I kind of did, like, I started doing the Vlogmas challenge. And that was where you every day leading up to Christmas, you do a video. And these were all, of course, Aikido related. So I was like, just the purpose of these videos was to get through the Vlogmas challenge, creating some content. There was no real purpose. So you can see how I've transitioned over time. These were all the Vlogmas challenge, and I actually kept on doing it even after Vlogmas. I just kept on doing it. Then I did it again, and then this time I put the days down there, and then it wasn't until much later that I actually started putting a little bit of a different spin, a little bit of a purpose behind these videos. Like these What's for Lunch videos, the purpose of this was to kind of talk about cross-cultural relationships. And then I really enjoyed that. So I had a series like here, What's for Lunch. I actually created a playlist on that. And it was called What's for Lunch, ramen noodles, What's for Lunch. This was oh, that's just something I had with my wife. And I did several videos like that, food. And then yeah, so that was a lot of fun. Then I started going into my purpose was to each video was the purpose was to talk about how martial arts can improve your life. So that became a new purpose for each video. And martial arts endurance, fighting stress, building endurance, having a never give up attitude. Then, of course, life isn't easy, building daily habits through the martial arts, crushing your limits. So each one of these videos then had a purpose of talking about how martial arts helps you in daily life. So as you can see the progression of my videos from just trying to create content, going consistency to then how does martial arts impact your life? Martial arts after 50, no more injuries, please. Like I'm over 50, how can I prevent injuries while training in the martial arts? This was to, again, educate people. And again, remember, this has nothing to do with awareness, trust, and conversion, but more, the purpose was more directed toward each video itself. Like this one right here, sometimes the simplest things can seem so complicated in Aikido perspective, but the real purpose behind this was to document my daughter's graduation, right? Um, then then I got into breath holding. So I did several videos. The purpose behind each video was to talk about breath and how focusing on your breathing can help you in so many different ways. And then yeah, that was it. Like 6 months, 2 months ago, I did another one. So you can kind of see the progression of those videos. Um, each video should have a purpose. Let's switch over to content guaranteed. Let's switch over to content guaranteed, which is this website, this channel that I'm doing right here. These videos have purposes, right? So these are awareness videos. This is the trap. My viral videos don't build real businesses, right? These videos are designed for awareness. And then I haven't gotten into the conversion and the lead the authority, the trust, and the conversions yet. I'm just trying to build awareness videos to build my channel to get more views. Now I've got 51 videos on this channel, and that includes the shorts and I think the oldest video was 8 months ago. And then I'm building it little by little, building the channel with these videos, and every one of these videos has the purpose. And then we'll see that we'll get to see how that progresses over time with my channel. Of course, I'm doing this for other channels. I'm managing CoreTech Foundation right now. We just started CoreTech Foundation Repair. This one's one we just started, and you can kind of see how we started them 5 months ago, and these are awareness videos. Then again, we do have some conversion videos in here. Let's see this one. Which one is a? I'll tell you which one is a conversion video. It's like, how much does foundation repair cost? That is definitely I think it was the first one, right? Yeah, this one right here, real foundation repair costs in Houston. So this is definitely a conversion video because it talks about the pricing of the foundation repair, and and then these are mostly awareness videos, and we do have some authority videos, building trust of videos in here, like this one right here, foundation repair scams in Houston. What contractors don't tell you. That's like building trust video. Okay, the purpose of that is to help a viewer understand like where can they fall into a scam, but also so that you begin to trust CoreTech Foundation in doing the job for you. Okay, let's go back to Restream. Okay, so yeah, we are about 21 minutes into the live stream, and let's flip this switch here. We are going to go to here, and yeah, let's talk. Like, if you have any questions that you have about building one video, one purpose. I love the name One Video, One Purpose. It just reminds me so much of the martial arts and how I really believe in how the martial arts helps us focus our mind and focus our purpose. And your video should be very, very focused. And you shouldn't try to do two or three different things in your video. It's kind of like your calls to action. Don't have too many calls to actions in your video. Like, usually it's pretty standard to do like a call to action, like, hey, subscribe, comment to my video. But then I think if you really focus down, like, let's say make a video and have it, your sole purpose of that video is to get people to comment on it. So how are you going to do that? And then focus solely on that purpose and bring it out. And then of course you want to test it. So Daryl Leaves is an awesome guy, and he talks about this. He's like, plan, execute, analyze, and adjust, and then go back into your planning phase. So that is a great way to look at it. So you've got your you got your purpose for your video, you're planning it out, and then you execute that plan. Okay. Then once you execute it, then you have to analyze it. Okay, did I get 100 comments? Like my goal is to get 100 comments, and did I get 100 comments on that video? Then you analyze that and you adjust. Okay, what do I have to do differently? And then you plan again. So long videos are a lot. Can I just do shorts? That's a good point. Yeah, so that's like Tomoko asked. Long videos are a lot. Long videos take a lot of time to do. They take a lot of time to produce, but so do shorts. So can I just do shorts? Yes, you can just do shorts. There's a lot of creators out there that focus solely on doing shorts. I think to win the game, you need to do both, do long form and short form, and then across several platforms. But then again, each platform has its separate audience. So be very, very deliberate on who your audience is, and then the best thing is to focus on that platform with your audience on it, right? Like, for example, maybe, I don't know, maybe doctors don't go to YouTube. Doctors don't go to YouTube to watch YouTube. Maybe, let's just say, I know mechanics do. Like, mechanics go to YouTube all the time to figure out problems, how to solve problems, right? And but they don't go to Facebook. Mechanics don't go to Facebook to try to solve problems. They go to YouTube to try to solve problems. So then definitely go to where your audience is. And okay, let's go back to camera. See, I got my nice setup here. You can kind of see I've got my Nikon over here, my Nikon Z30, which I just did a short. If you want to check that short out, go to my channel, check it out. I just did a short about long form video that I did with 2 Nikon Z30s. And then I've got my Insta360 right here. And now let's show over to this one. Come over here and talk to you guys directly right here, because this has got a little bit of better view. The Insta360 kind of, it's like very wide angle. It looks really awesome. But so just to summarize, let's I know it's Christmas Day and you want to get to your families. I want to get to my family and I want to spend some time with my grandson. So I'm going to wrap this up by summarizing. Keep in mind that when you're producing content, one video should have one purpose, right? Or one purpose for one video, one purpose, and focus in on that, dial in. Then you go into, once you've figured it out, what's the purpose of my video? Go into deciding Okay, now you know the purpose, you know the bucket it's going to go into, whether it's awareness, conversion, or no, I'm sorry, awareness, trust, or conversion. Awareness, trust, or conversion. Yeah. So it goes into one of those buckets. Then after you've not, now you can really dial into the thumbnail. What's the thumbnail going to look like? Because the video has one purpose. You know your audience because you're in business. If you're in business, you should know who your audience is. So once you know who your audience is, you know the purpose of the video. Then you know the thumbnail that's going to get that person to click on that video to watch it, because you want people to watch your video. There's That's the main reason you do videos. So you get the thumbnail. So when that person is scrolling through their feed and they see that thumbnail, they're like, I want to watch that video. Boom. They click on that, they watch it, and then within the video, now, I mean, well, of course, you've got the thumbnail, you work on the title, the description, because that's also very helpful. Then once you've got that down, you're going to work on the script. What's the video going to say? What is the talking head, the person in the video, going to say? So you work diligently on getting that to match the purpose of the video, and also be very, very directed at your audience. So for example, if I'm making videos that are directed towards a, let's say, maybe a 37-year-old mom with two kids, one's in middle school, one's in high school, one's in college, would I be talking about, um, like maybe I could talk about, hey, you come home and your kids have made a mess in the house, right? And you want to clean that. That would be directed towards that person, right? If I just all of a sudden started talking about, hey, I came home to my Corvette and I popped the windows down and I got in and I revved the engine, that 37-year-old mom would never watch that video, right? She'd be lost. I don't care about that stuff. So then making sure that that content in the script talks directly to that person, then you've got your video. So just remember, one purpose, one video, and keep that together and grow your business. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you on the next live stream, which will be January 1st, and it'll be a great new year to start off 2026.